Hey, welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Superintendent John Ross Null is with us. How you doing this morning?
Well, so far so good, Gene. Good morning.
Yeah. Hey, had a bonfire for homecoming week this week?
Wow. It really was a great event. Probably many people in Artesia, when they hear the term bonfire, they go back out in their minds to Brainerd Park and a mountain of cardboard boxes and wooden stakes soaked in I don't know if it would have been kerosene or what it was, and the kids getting to light those and throw them on the cardboard boxes and snake dance and those kinds of things, and so it was not to that extent a bonfire. However, boy, the high school student council administrators, those staff that helped out, did a really good job of providing a really neat opportunity for kids, and I really think it's going to take off as a new tradition. They had numerous fire pits that were set up and spaced out, and the band was there and playing, and supplies for s'mores were provided, and I did see that some kids brought their own hot dogs to roast on the fires, and band playing, and the homecoming court was revealed, and music and cornhole and just some things like that. And so I think it was really an enjoyable event for the kids, and appreciate the work that the high school went to provide a new opportunity for those kids that I really think is going to take off and be something fun over the years.
Talking to a young man yesterday, a graduate of Artesia High, and he said he was working late in an office nearby.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he heard the drums, da 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 da, da 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 da. And he immediately stood up. And looked
I knew something was going on. Yeah.
So that's good. School board, you have a special meeting tomorrow.
We do have a special meeting tomorrow at noon. Just one agenda, or just one item on the agenda. Over the last week or 10 days, the board's been working on a type of resolution statement to petition the New Mexico Public Education Department to delay the implementation, the rulemaking process for the draft social studies standards.
Okay. And this is the social studies standards that people are concerned about because of the critical race theory stuff that may be in there. I mean, there's a lot of discussion about this particular policy.
There has been a lot of discussion regarding this particular policy, and essentially what it comes down to in this petition is asking the Public Education Department to grant the school districts in New Mexico and the public additional time to adequately review, research, and provide comments and proposed changes to the new draft social studies standards. And so the board will be considering that at noon tomorrow. Also, this has been sent out to a number of other districts across the state, to a number of board presidents and superintendents also for consideration, with a goal of getting 40 other districts to also make this same request of the Public Education Department. It's just it's a difficult time to enable educators, public administrators, ample time and opportunity to just thoroughly review and provide the comment and the feedback that's necessary. I mean, just with going from 26 pages of standards to 129 pages of standards, teachers working very hard to just get kids acclimated back to school and make up for some of that over the last year and a half. We believe that there just needs to be more time to adequately and thoroughly go through that process.
Okay. Well, so that special meeting to act on that resolution will be tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow at noon, that is correct.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And 40, is that like a midway point, or over half, or around half?
It's almost midway. Historically, if you talk to some of those that have been, whether superintendents or school board members that have been in their roles for a number of years, they share that historically, if 40 districts have a common request, theme, or idea, that people tend to pay attention. So.
That's what we're going to get to 40.
Right. And you mentioned homecoming a little bit, and of course Spirit Week this week, and a lot of different activities taking place at all of our campuses. And on Friday afternoon, of course, the parade is taking place. And I don't know that it's the biggest parade that we've ever had, but it certainly is the biggest lineup that we can remember.
Wow.
And in fact, the organizers are having to be very creative to find enough spots for everyone to get lined up. Yeah, it really is. It really is a good thing, and so it's a great community event, and so hope people come out and enjoy that.
That's 4 o'clock on Friday, and they gather at the Bulldog Bowl, don't they?
The primary site is the Bulldog Bowl, with some spillover onto Bulldog Boulevard, and now it's going to spill over into the parking lots around our office and in the horseshoe area between our office and the auditorium.
Wow.
And that's
pretty exciting.
Yeah, it really is.
Have a
is.
big parade. Let me ask you this. There's been a lot of talk about this TikTok video challenge, where apparently it's a thing now for kids in school to destroy school property, video it, and post it. What have you kind of seen around the Artesia Public School District in that area?
You know, we did have some issues with that. Primarily, things happening in bathrooms, just random things, taking soap dispensers, and so our principals did have to allot a significant amount of time to working through those issues, and those acts of vandalism are taken very seriously, and the appropriate consequences are given to those kids as they are caught, and so we have not been immune to having to deal with some of that. Yeah. But I will tell you, in one case at least, I don't know whether just guilt or what, but soap dispensers that were taken were returned.
Wow.
And left in the bathroom. And so we appreciated that. But again, it is a very serious thing. Just adds expense to the district that doesn't need to be there to repair or replace those items.
Yeah. So social media, it's an interesting animal, isn't it?
It is. I've seen a number of memes now, that say if only TikTok would issue a turn your work in on time challenge.
Yeah.
Or have good attendance challenge, or study for the test challenge, whatever it may be.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure one out. I got an email from YouTube. Mike Winters interviewed on his show recently Jennifer Smith from the Chaves County Health Council.
Okay.
You would think a pretty good authority on health issues, right? Apparently, that interview violated YouTube's medical misinformation policy.
Interesting.
And they pulled the video, and I'm one pull away from getting my first strike. And I don't want any strikes, because you get 3 of them and you're done. You're kicked off the platform.
That's interesting.
So I'm going to dig into that, find out why an interview with someone from the Chaves County Health Council is violating YouTube's medical misinformation.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting to find out. Yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to know.
Yeah.
I'd like to know.
Yeah. Gene, the last thing that I was going to mention, and I know that you and Mr. Parker had a really good conversation about it 2 weeks ago when I was in Albuquerque at the NMAA meeting, but of course we're just weeks away from the November 2nd general election, and just a week or so away from early voting and absentee voting starting up. And so we really want to get the word out there that our 5 mil levy question is on the ballot this year, and just make sure people are informed that this is not an increase in taxes. This is a continuation of a levy that's been in place for about 35 years.
Wow.
And so you'll notice some banners going up in different places that speak to what all those funds have been used for. They cannot be used for salaries. They're used for equipment, building renovations, new construction, security, features, safety features, classroom equipment, playground equipment, all of those kinds of things, but very, very important for our district and what we're able to provide for our students and our staff and our families, that we're able to continue with this. So we just ask people to get out there and vote, whether early or absentee or on election day.
It's not a new tax.
Correct.
There's
Correct.
no increase in what a person is paying in taxes if they vote to continue this.
That is absolutely correct. Yes.
And then you said it's not for salaries. This is for physical building infrastructure that's used by the schools.
That is correct, and also technology.
Okay.
Able to provide some technology with it as well.
Like all those laptops that were used in the spring and last year.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's exactly right.
Yeah, that was pretty important to get through last school year.
It really was, and now we. After what we learned last year about sending those laptops home with kids at our secondary schools, those kids are just issued a laptop that they take to and from school with them. At our elementary schools, they're not taking them home, except on a case-by-case basis as needed, but we do have a one-to-one situation at our elementary schools as well. In fact, to the point with our increase in enrollment, we just at our last school board meeting approved the purchase of some additional Microsoft Surface tablets, so we can be sure and be able to provide those for all of our kids.
Now, did I hear that right? Did you say increase in enrollment?
As of this morning, we were at 3,721, and last year we ended the year under 3,600.
Wow!
And so, yeah, very encouraging.
Got to be pretty happy with that.
So excited to have kids with us.
Yeah, no, that is fantastic. So it will be on the November general election. I think there's also some school board member positions.
There are. That's correct. There are three of the seats are up for re-election, and there is a challenger in each of those districts as well.
Okay, so we just encourage people to be
Get
informed
out there and vote. Yes, sir.
Do that and vote. I know you can't tell people how to vote. Now, the barking guy has already given his endorsements.
And we appreciate him in all of his, whether at ball games or in our community, just being a part of things and being aware of what's going on.
Yeah, he was barking at the soccer game last night, so it was good to hear him.
It was a good win for our girls.
It was, and then volleyball swept Carlsbad, and I don't know how the boys did. Did they play last night?
No, they were off last night.
They were off last night.
Sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else?
That is all that I have for today, Gene. Thanks for having me on every week. I enjoy the visit.
We enjoy having you here, and thank you for all that you do, and everybody with the schools and the board, all their support for the kids here in Artesia. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Gene.
All right, thank you. Let's see what's happening.